Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor here in Godfornir, ready to continue the adventure. However, before we start, a couple things to show you. First, I took the time to finish the expert mastery of the Scholar, and some other time I'll start working on the artisan. I have already plenty of mats, but let us not invest any more time on that. And on the other hand, you might see here, I decided to give this plugin a try, the Pets plugin by Galuhat. Although this recent patch is by another player, don't remember exactly who, sorry. And the idea is that by using this plugin I can remove these pets from the quick slots because I will be needing that space soon. With these things out of the way, we're ready to continue, so let's talk to Golodir.
Dúnachar will bring my vengeance.
The journey into Carn Dûm will be a difficult one, but Mordirith must be thrown down. Are you ready to travel? Yes, I am. Evidently.
Heartened by the gift of Dúnachar from Elrond of Rivendell, Golodir prepares to assail Carn Dûm and drive the sword into the unseen heart of Mordirith, the murderous steward of Angmar. Courage may bring hope, but a thirst for vengeance could spell doom.
Okay, we're about to begin, but first, before I forget, let me take this. So we're gonna use the Virtue XP. The Tome of Defense we can save for later. But now, with Golodir. It seems my long imprisonment in Carn Dûm has served us well. We have come far into the Witch King's keep unnoticed. It would be folly to think, though, that our fortune will hold. Already Mordirith may be aware of our presence. Steel yourself for the battle ahead. I have few words of advice to offer you other than to warn you that Mordirith is a master of trickery and illusion. He will try to break your resolve with his words. Do not let him. Keep to your hope and trust your companions. Shall we go now? This girl is quite nervous in here. Don't worry, boy, we'll be fine. Up with the anti-threats, Mordirith. And face us. The Young Marine of Carn Dûm. And it seems that's it. Okay. So what other taunt does Mordirith have for us? This one, which is important. Learn the folly of opposing the Witch King from his very hand. is it the trolls of Carn Dûm? We are in the front room. Very heart of Angmar. Very well said, Golodir. Where is he? Okay. Let us get to fight this spirit illusion of Lorniel. You shall not haunt Golodir no more. He can and will deflect many of my attacks. You see, Golodir, I cannot be harmed. You are wrong, Mordirith. Pretty much all I can do is stay alive. By any means I can. Not easy though. To keep deflecting my interrupts, it's not gonna be any easier. On the positive side, since downing his morale is so tough right now, that gives us plenty of room to advance some of the class deeds that we have. We're able to do it. Where now are your words, false king? It's before my throne. Let us be done, Golodir. In the end, your victory here matters not. Light of Dúnachar, I strike thee down. Have to roll it again.
What can I do for you?
Mordirith the coward has escaped us, but did you notice that the blade of Dúnachar was still lodged within his breast? I wager the pain of that blade's light shall be a constant reminder of the evil he has committed. While my revenge is not yet complete, I would wager there will be others who will complete this task. For now, I can take solace in this fact. A moment, someone approaches. Gate to the east opens and Sara Oakheart. Oh, you have done well, young ones. Well, you have done me a great favor. Great favor indeed. Picking the palantír, it is gone and with no way to follow her.
How can I be of service?
What an unsettling end to our battle. I fear that there is much more to that old woman than what we see upon the surface. However, we cannot deal with that matter now. We should leave here before we are overrun with Angmar or their servants. We should tarry here no longer. Are you prepared to leave? I will show you the secret ways out of Carn Dûm and back to God Fordnir.
The gift of Dúnachar, Avenger of the West, renewed Golodir's spirit, and with the sword he avenged the death of his daughter. But though Mordirith was weakened, he was not destroyed, retreating to nurse his hurts and plot revenge. How will this help us in our struggles? Will Sauron maintain control, or will another power claim Angmar?
Okay, let us check this dates now. Falls in Carn Dûm, Angmar in Carn Dûm. That's quite another date. But for now,
we've not seen the last of the false king.
Mordirith has been weakened, though not destroyed. The way, though, is open for others to finally throw down this false king. I wish that it had been I who had driven that foul creature back into shadow, but it is enough to have done what I have. I ask that if you do return to Carn Dûm, finish the work that we started. Strike down Mordirith. Although a creature such as he cannot be entirely destroyed, or he can simply recloak, such a loss for him will be a great victory for the free peoples of Eriador. Still, there is more I would ask of you. Agility, Vitality, Will and Morale. This seems like a good option. Just need him armor, cloak. And here. Yeah. Definitely we're gonna take the cloak. You might have noticed that the dressing room here returned to its normal size. I've been tinkering with some of the UI settings, so I hadn't realized I had broken that one. I will go back and fix it and let you know what happens. For the time being, let us pick up this armor.
Would you do something for me?
This victory is an important one, though not as complete as I had at first hoped. However, even this victory will give us a brief reprieve from the onslaught of the enemy. I would ask that news of our success be brought to my chieftain Aragorn, son of Arathorn. You have met him then? He is at Rivendell. Go then, to speak with my Lord Aragorn in one of the guest rooms along the road that winds up the southern slope of the Vale of Imladris, and tell him of our deeds here. So, So, are we gonna equip this? This gives us quite a lot of morale, but we lose some physical mastery, so gonna hold on to that. But this is definitely an improvement over what we had. Right now, all that we're missing is talk to Aragorn. So let us muster in Rivendell. And this basically, if I'm not mistaken, marks the end of the book 8 of the Shadows of Angmar epic, the first half of the volume 1. Now, as you see, some threads have been closed, some others have been opened. With this mysterious woman, what does she want with the palantír? We'll get the answers for that eventually. But if you remember from one of our very first episodes, we met Sara Oakheart before she was imprisoned. She was a Black Wolf prisoner with Amdir, all the way back to Brilliant. But, well, there are many other instances in which you are able to meet Sara Oakheart. All the races have their own chance to meet with her, dwarves, elves, and hobbits, but she also appears in other instances. For example, in Fornost, I remember seeing her. I'm not entirely sure, but I think Garwin was another one. You can correct me on that. And if you do remember any other instance in which we cross paths with Sara Oakheart, please let me know, as I wanna remember exactly where do we find her. So I just wanted to take a quick look in here, if you don't mind. This one in here, Armor of the Elite Rider, which shares the cosmetic with the Riders of Rohan pre-order, but I don't have either of those, which is a shame, as I think this offers great potential for outfits. Okay, here we are with Aragorn. What does he have to say?
You have earned great praise.
The Golodir did not perish, and the Shadow of Angmar is for the moment at least weakened. I am of a mind that even if Mordirith does finally fall, he may someday return, or another shadow of the enemy will take his place. Still, your efforts were valiant and deserving of praise, Beriathan. Your name will not be forgotten by the Dúnachar of the North. What are we gonna pick? The rank, it seems, but
Greetings.
yeah, that's the first half of it. Gandalf the Grey, currently in Bilbo's room on the first floor of the last homely house here in Rivendell, should be informed of the actions of this Sara Oakheart. You say you have encountered her several times before. Most curious. Yeah, I told you. The theft of a palantír is no small matter, Beriathan. You have knowledge of them. You still can use them with purpose and accuracy. If this Oakheart is one of those few who heard the signs on such a powerful item, both very ill. Go now and speak with Gandalf. What do we have in here? I did complete it. Plus 20 LOTRO points and a new title. A Light from the Shadow. Okay, so this marks the beginning of Book 9. This will take us to Evendim, so you might have noticed this begins with Aragorn. And just like the quest to reforge Narsil. So that was back in the day, the two different ways in which players were directed to Evendim. On one hand, the epic with Aragorn, but on the other hand, this Narsil matter that we can finally start working towards. First of all, let us go speak to Gandalf, to meet Randir, as Beriathan knows him, and see what does he have to say about the theft of the palantír, and what his advice would be. Once again, the view here in Rivendell is gorgeous, just gorgeous. Let us appreciate that for a moment before we leave the place once again. This is for Angmar? Ah, this is for Eriador. Okay, yeah. That's the vector to Sarner. We're not gonna worry about that just yet. But here we are, the last homely house. Let us talk to Gandalf.
Why do you disturb me?
Aragorn has sent you. What's this you say? The palantír is stolen.
Why do you disturb me?
Beriathan, I need to speak with you. I have heard of your adventures at Carn Dûm, and I am concerned. Besides your strange encounters with her during your travels, I have never heard of this Sara Oakheart, and I am troubled by her. There are few now in this age who have even heard of the palantír, much less be concerned enough with them to steal them. More so, they have now become dangerous, for Sauron possesses the Ithil Stone, which he has certainly bent to his will. Return to Golodir at Gatfortnir and help him search for Sara Oakheart and the palantír. I fear that only evil will come of these events. Before going to Vendim, yeah, we'll need to go back to Golodir. And it seems Garliff is being quite a nervous guy this episode. And, well, I don't blame him. On one hand, going in Carn Dûm and facing Mordirith, that's for sure scary for a creature like him. And now that we need to go back to Angmar, and now that we need to look for a palantír, yeah, totally understandable. So here's back to Golodir.
Greetings.
Gandalf sent you to help me search for Sara Oakheart and the missing palantír. Well, the search will be short, for one of my scouts has found her already, outside Barad Gúlaran, the place where the Witch King studied his terrible arts. He has made no effort to conceal her whereabouts, but I can think of no reason this would be so. You will find Barad Gúlaran in the center of Nangurth, an evil valley haunted by wights and other dread creatures. Barad Gúlaran is located in the center of a series of bridges that surround it like the spokes of a wagon wheel. Sara Oakheart was seen by the tower located at the most southeasterly of these bridges. Go and bring back the palantír. Okay, this is another quest that I remember being really challenging back in the day, the first time I did it in 2010. I had to wait till I was like level 55 or 56 to be able to do that. By that time I had already moved into Moria, so I didn't have any interest in finishing volume 1. That's not the case here, however, as I'm quite confident we will be able to complete this quest with the level we have right now. So let us take our horse, cross the steep Limbot, and ride towards Barad Gúlaran. Let me remember what was exactly the way down there. Right, I think it's this one. And my question here is, will we try the quest to rescue Deirdre once again? You might remember that from one of the previous episodes, we were swarmed by a lot of goblins, which applied on us some very nasty bleeds. So, are we gonna try that again? I guess we can. I think we'll need to go back to Golodir after talking to Sara Oakheart. So, since we have already used our milestone skill, this would be an easy trip back to Gatfortnir. So yeah, sounds like a plan. Maybe coming down here was not the best idea. Oh god! And as you see, the giant being level 43 means that we'll need to be at least level 49 for he to be an orange mob and not deflect most of our attacks. And he has a lot of morale, so yeah, it's not a good idea facing that foe just yet. Need 13,000 XP to level up. So that means completing 2 quests approximately. So yeah, it seems Sara Oakheart and Eriador are looking better by the minute, those 2 options. Dismounted once again. But we are not far now. In fact, that reminds me. Well, we still have this deed pending, the 7 swords, but the Circle of Despair, we are halfway through it. I've also been thinking at some point, maybe after hitting level cap, if I'm able to reach level cap before the release of the Gundabad expansion, I think the main series would be at a halt while we wait for new content to be released, since we wouldn't be able to continue the story until then. But if I'm able to make it to level cap before the release of the new expansion, what I plan to do instead is going back to low level areas and clearing as much of them as possible. Get some extra deeds, some extra points and virtue XP most of all. And I'm feeling quite confident. I am advancing quite a lot at a good pace, it's what I'm trying to say. Because, for example, this video, according to my calculations, would be uploaded by the end of November, late November, early December. But right now, as of time of recording this is October the 26th. So, that means that if I'm able to keep up this pace, I might be able to hit level cap. I don't want to give any dates, but I don't know, April or May next year. Maybe even sooner. I don't know how fast I will advance once I complete volume 1. Because volume 1 means that you will be stuck at level 50 for a long time while you finish it, and after you complete volume 1 and you start Moria, the path becomes much more streamlined, and you would still need to, or I would still use the Stone of the Tortoise to avoid leveling up while I clear some of those areas, but not as much as what happens with volume 1. Yeah, I'm feeling quite confident in it. I'm clearing some low level areas like like the Shire, like Eriador, completing Bree, completing Lonelands, and all the rest. Sounds like a good way of passing time before the release of new content. Come on. Okay, there he goes. And here's Sara Oakheart in Minas Deloth.
Oh, young one, we have much to discuss.
I am glad that you have come, Beriathan. The time has come for us to discuss several things. You have been most helpful in many ways to me and my friends. We have much to talk about very soon.
I need your help one more time, young one.
Thank you for coming, Beriathan. You have been such a great help to me during my travels. I know you have many questions. We will talk, but first I have one last favor to ask of you. I need your help getting to the heart of this place. I am afraid I will not be able to make it on my own. Please help me this one last time, and I promise you that I will answer anything you have to ask. This is an evil place, full of unspeakable horrors, but I will guide you through. I only ask for your protection.
Are you ready to come with me?
Are you ready to help me, my friend? Yes, I am.
A mysterious note from the strange Sara Oakheart bade the heroes who saved her to meet her at the gates of Barad Gúlaran, the ancient retreat of the Witch King of Angmar. Seeking an answer to the mystery of the old woman, Golodir ascends.
So as you might have noticed, we didn't receive any note from Sara Oakheart. So at some point this quest was changed, maybe streamlined a little bit. But you are still able to find remnants of the old design, of the old quest design in pieces like this. And it makes you wonder, how was exactly this before it was changed?
Come, let us go, young one.
Thank you for helping me this one last time. I do not think I could make it on my own, being the frail old woman I am. You have done much for me, more perhaps than you will ever know. I cannot begin to thank you for your services. Come, let us see what can be found here. I do not think anyone will trouble us. So yeah, Geralt doesn't like it, and me neither, I gotta say. Did Lure of the Enemy, and you did The Dead That Live. Let's check those two. The Dead That Live defeats the dead in Barad Gúlaran, and Lure of the Enemy collect some information, specifics of which I cannot check while I'm in the middle of a fight. Red eye there. There are sounds up ahead. It seems as if many people are behind this door. And this doesn't look like a friendly door at all. Holy moly. That's one wisdom. Greetings, Castellan. Is everything prepared? My lady. This is where all red flags should be coming out. I have gathered the last two pieces we need. all that we need to summon forth the rock moon. See me as I truly am. I am the Scourge of the North, champion of Angmar, Amarthiel. With no small thanks to you, Mordirith has fallen, Angmar is weakened, yet Angmar is not without allies. Lord Sauron, I will await the servants of the Eye. Okay, you killed me. Thank you. Well, you took me back to God Fornir, so alright. And there you had it. Sara Oakheart is not what it seemed, and things are looking worse than ever. First time seeing that, especially seeing the Eye of Sauron and hearing him talk. That was intimidating. That is still intimidating.
What can I do for you?
This is foul news indeed. To think that Sara Oakheart was all along an agent of Angmar. If she is indeed the same Amarthiel of which only legends speak, then evil are the days to come. I must consider what you have learned.
Could I speak with you a moment?
I do not know who these servants from the south are, but rumor has reached me that the Knights of Mordirith may be in the south. Perhaps it is they whom she spoke of. It worries me that the Knights of Mordirith could be reclaimed as Amarthiel's own forsworn. We must find out where she is going next, but more importantly, we need to eliminate the threat of Mordirith's minions. It seems that there are 3 places to return to that may offer clues to the whereabouts of the Knights. Combe in Brilland, Ostguruth in the Lowlands, and Esteldin, the refuge of my people in the North Downs. Speak to Constable Underhill, Friedrich the Elder, and Daerbun, the watch commander of Esteldin. Tell them I send you and do as they ask. Report back to me when you are done. Okay, now that we're here, I guess we can take the swift travel to Esteldin or just muster. And we can take what we can call the realistic route, following the map. So since we're traveling south, we go first to Esteldin, then to Combe, and finally to Ostguruth. Since we are here already in Esteldin, let us go to Daerbun. And start our investigations.
What do you need?
Golodir sent you. That is well, for it means his spirit has been renewed. There are grave dangers about, and many have spoken of a new evil from Angmar near the entrance to Ram Duat. I am quite certain that this is the knight you seek. Go to the entrance to Ram Duat, and you will find him, but be wary. There are many Angmarim in that place. It will not be an easy path. The Ram Duat, so over there. Turning to Esteldin, okay. scrap, Limbot, and off we go. And even though we have a lot of fragments of Dunedain scripts, I think we still need a lot more. I was trying to do the math on my head. We still need a lot of those scripts. Luckily, this is the last tier of crafting from the original Shadow of Angmar content, so there will be plenty of regions in Middle-earth to visit that will have those scrolls. Since there is no urgency yet, we will only start finding supreme knots. Well, we still need to level artisans, so I was a little mistaken in there. Yeah, we need to level artisan as fast as possible so we can spend the rest of volume 1 just picking items for tier 5. So maybe a visit to the auction house is in order. If we are able to complete the Estaldine and Bree portions of this quest, we might take a quick visit to the auction house before going to the Lone Lands once again. Just gotta be quick. Okay. The fulfillment of downlandings for the racial lead. I will give strength of morale, so I'm not in no hurry to get that one. I'd much rather get the whites. Is this the place we're looking for? According to the quest marker, it is. Ah, here, yeah. Here do we have it. Iridian.
You will perish.
Mordirith cannot be stopped. Even if you think you have defeated him, he will never truly be dead. He was the king of the south in mortal life and will be king of the north as a Wraith Lord. Mordirith's will lives on, which is more than I can say for you, you pathetic man. Alright, so he's down. Let us return to Darvun. Using the master once again, we can optimize our time a little bit. And if you were paying attention to what he just said, he was talking about how Mordirith was king in the south in life and now is king in the north. And well, we can make a meme, a Game of Thrones meme out of that. But most importantly, this is a clue as to Mordirith's identity. And it's such a small detail. I know for sure I was not paying attention the first time I did this. So Mordirith's reveal still caught me entirely by surprise. And I'm sure a lot of players as well experienced the same. And if you by any chance still have not seen it,
what can I do for you?
Just gonna hold on to that until the right time comes. You have done well, Beriathan. Golodir will be pleased with your success. I can now give my attention to sending more help to the north, now that you have made that way easier. Return to Golodir and let him know of your victory. We got level 47 and 1 class trade point. Before returning to Golodir. Okay, we can take a swift travel to West Bree from this stable. And before I forget, we're gonna take the crest that we've been missing in Brilliant for the longest time. For the history of the Dúnachar indeed. And then we'll go to Calm. Let us apply the trade point in here.
How can I be of service?
West Bree it is. I wish you could move a little faster. I mean, you need to really exit, go way off the city before the loading screen kicks in. So here we are. Now the stable master can take us directly to Calm. At least I think the west one does. Or is it? No. It's the stable master in Southbury, the one that will take us to Calm. So that means that this is the perfect moment to take to walk to Southbury, to the south gate. But I always get a little lost in here. There are some stairs that you can take. Don't remember exactly where they are. A little bit well hidden for my taste. I think it's over this area at this point. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let us take a walk to Southbury. We're gonna stop in the auction house before traveling to Calm. And that'll be the end of today's episode, so that'll give me enough time to check the auction house, make sure I level up the artisan tier of crafting, and then we'll pick up from where we left on next episode. But first, God, I don't think I have done this thing ever since Bree was revamped back in 2013, I believe it was. So I have no idea where that is located anymore. This is Evil Master for the Elder's Lake missions. Hotgate. Looking for this. This one in here. The Ancient Crest. The Old Stone's Gate is what we were looking for. Scrapped up on the wall, you can make out the royal crest of one of the ancient Arnorian kingdoms, of which this ruins one doubtless belong. So this is to advance the history of the Dúnachar. Now let me remember where the entrance is from the other side. I don't know. I got totally lost in there, and it was really not that difficult. But I'm glad to finally get that crest, as I've been meaning to find it ever since, what, episode 6 or 7? So yeah, it's such a small detail, but really I always forgot. And maybe this is the perfect time as well to visit the Southgard ruins and finding the last piece of Dúnachar history. So before I forget, we can get that in the quest tracker, because why not? In the ancient obelisk we can remove one of these class quests, I believe. So we'll begin with that on next episode, and then we'll proceed with the epic. But we're gonna make a quick stop here in the auction house, as I was telling you, to stock up on crafting materials before proceeding. And this marks the end of today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you once again for tuning in, and stay tuned as well, because more episodes are coming. For the time being, thanks once again, and stay safe, take care. I will see you on the next episode. Bye bye and take care.